War Thunder today. I'm going to take a look at the lower tier American planes. Now, last time I went to try to do this, I took out my P-40 first, and I destroyed on that plane, and it ended up taking the whole game. So this time I'm going to get a different plane to start out with, and I'm going to use that last if I can actually get through all my planes before I get to that one. Now, I'm going to try to do a beginner's guide, how to use lower tier, kind of American thing. Then I'll go and I'll try to do one for each nation. I actually stole this idea from A Logical Shot. One of my really good friends started up his own YouTube channel. He's doing a little bit of War Thunder too. I'll link his channel below. Check him out if you can. So first, I'm going to take out the F4, F3 because, and this is actually kind of personal between me and A Logical Shot, because he says this plane is horrible and I really, really like this plane. So I haven't flown it since I unlocked it, and I'm level 18 in America. You unlock this at 5. So it could have been, like, you know, nerfed or buffed, or I have no clue. I haven't flown it since then. So, but from what I remember, it's an awesome, awesome plane. So I'm going to try to show how to use that plane. So I do have to talk to you. Guys about something though. I'm going to be going to a wedding from Wednesday until probably next Monday. So I won't be able to post anything, and I'm sorry I didn't post for the last 2 days, I believe. I've just been busy because, you know, first day of school was 2 days ago, or yesterday actually. So I'll try to keep on top of my posting schedule. I apologize in advance if some days I miss it. I am a sophomore, so I have a lot of homework, and at the moment we're just starting out, so I don't have that much homework. I actually don't have it yet. So, but once the school year progresses, I know for sure I will, because I'm taking all honors classes, and yeah, yada yada yada. So, but the whole point of that whole big long spiel was, I'm sorry if I don't get videos out on time. I'll try my best, and I won't be able to post until probably Monday or Tuesday. I might not be able to get one out on Monday because I'll be unpacking and, you know, getting back in the, you know, groove of things, I guess, because I'm going to be in a different state. So, alright, so as you saw, I took out that kill with, or that guy with relatively no problems. I think this plane has 450 cals on it, which, you know, that's plenty. You do a lot of damage with 50 cals now. In my opinion, I do. I don't seem to have any problem. Other people do, however. I strongly recommend doing it because of the 50 cals. They are 50 cal happy. You get 6 with the P-40, you get 4 with the F4F. You know, it's a good way to start off learning, but after that, definitely go for the British, in my opinion, because they have the 20 cannons. Whoa! I think I just hit that mountain. I don't know how to do that if I did. So now this guy has kind of set me up for a kill. What I'm going to do is I'm going to try to fire in burst, so if I'm not getting hits, I'm going to stop shooting, but when I get hits, I'm going to keep shooting. But I want to point out that my guns have just jammed. So the reason they do that is because when your guns are overheating and you're using them a lot, the way the game made it happen was they do overheat and they jam. So, like, if you're holding down the guns for too long. Now, when I get actually up to this kill, I'll show you how you can stop that from happening. Well, number one, the easiest way is just not to hold the trigger down. Don't draw a line to your target, is what I normally say to people. Another thing is, if you're holding down the trigger, if you watch my reticle, it'll start having a little red ring appear around it. And when that red ring starts flashing, it means you're about to jam a gun. So you want to stop shooting when that red ring appears. And you won't notice it necessarily. It's kind of, you know, something you're not worried about. See, but you can tell my reticle is flashing there. So I'm going to try to avoid these trees, get up above this mountain. It's not going to happen though. As you can tell, I've hit 2 mountains with this plane. It can take a beating. So now I'm going to take out the F2A1 Buffalo. This plane is extremely fast for this low of a tier. It can outrun pretty much anything as long as you stay within its tier. This has 250 cals, I believe. 450 cals. See, 450 cals at level 2, I believe. It's either level 2 or level 3. But yeah, like I said, it's a very, very quick plane. You just get it in a flat, straight line, and you'll hit well over 500. So, yeah. Let me get into the battlefield, and we'll take a look at it. Now, I would like to start, like I said, this series of a beginner's guide, kind of like Intact did his beginner guide. If you haven't checked it out, definitely check it out. He's an awesome, awesome tutor, and I'm sure you guys have already heard of him. Probably most of my subscribers are probably subscribers of his, but definitely check out his guides if you haven't yet. Lots of useful tips. So I kind of want to do something like that, I guess, just to help out all the noobs. Because I'm trying to think what I'm trying to say. Because all the people just came in from Steam. Now, I do have some information for you guys about tanks. Now, I've been doing a lot of research on when the tanks are supposed to be released and blah blah blah, because everybody's waiting for, the tank. I've been saving up my own money for the tanks. I have a million mines now, so I'm saving for those. The tanks are supposed to be released with the PS4. The PS4 launch release is going to be in November. So, from what everybody has been saying, we should be getting tanks in November. Now, we don't have, that's not the exact date to word on it, but that's what I'm expecting. That's what a lot of the people on Reddit are expecting. So yeah, tanks, November, get excited. Alright, I'm excited. I know once the tanks come in, the game was just gonna blow up. There's gonna be so many people playing this game for a good reason. Now I'm taking out the P-36C, and this is a beast. I love this plane. This plane has a decent armament. I believe it's 250 cals, 7 caliber. I'm trying to think. 30 cal machine gun, 7.7 millimeter. This thing does not handle well at high speeds, but it is fast. So if you need to get away from something or you need to dive on somebody, it can do that. It'll get the job done. But at a low speed, this is one of the best turners. It'll out-turn a 0. So, but that's, like I said, at a low speed. At a high speed, this plane is almost useless, unless you're just trying to outrun somebody. Now I'm going to try to slow down so I can get the maneuvering in this plane bag. Try to get this Catalina as fast as I can. Okay, now I'm going to pull up, and I'm going to show you guys the abilities of this plane. So you can just stay right on your target. You don't let him go, alright? This is what I'm doing right now. It's called a scissors. Most of the time, if you're doing it with another fighter, he'll try to match your exact movements, and it'll end up a back and forth motion. And what you want to do is just take pop shots when you get the chance. Even if you don't think you'll hit it, unless you're in historical, you definitely want to save your ammo, and you don't want to get this historical unless you know for sure you're going to come out on top. Now, as you can tell, I do get a couple hits every now and then on this guy. So I set his engine on fire, so I'm getting damage done continuously. Set his other one on fire. I'm going to run out of ammo here, so I'm going to turn away, give my other teammates a chance to hit him, just because I'm not a douche. I don't care if my kills get stolen, which that one definitely was. But, oh, cool, I got the kill. See, I believe, Tommy, if I'm going to be nice, somebody's going to be nice to me, right? So I'm going to try to figure out what's on my tail. It's just that guy. Try to get away from him real fast. See, like I said, it's very fast. You can get away from bad situations. Now, this Hurricane right here, he cannot outmaneuver me, but he can outrun me. So I'm going to try to stay on him. I want to get him. The way to do that is kind of try to dive on him and make him turn. If you make him turn like away from your dive, you can just follow him into that turn. Now look at that. I just turned so tight in this plane. So the game is winding down to an end, so I'm debating whether or not I should just crash this plane and get the new one, just so I can show you guys the rest of the planes. But I think I'm just going to head on this guy and see if I get another kill. Another thing is this, just a loop. Just the simplest things will help you get onto somebody's tail. Now, I have my keys hotkeyed, so all I have to do is hit shift, or hold shift, and it makes me pick up. If I just hold shift, I just get pulled. So it's very useful. When I'm in a bad spot, like right here, I can just flip up, dive back down on him. get out of the way of my teammates, let my guns cool down so I can come back in guns blazing. So I'm going to try to line up my shots, and I'm always trying to head or lead a little bit just so I can get that hit, because you gotta make the plane run into your bullets. So you don't want the plane, or you don't want to be trying to hit the plane. You want the plane to run into your bullets, because then as well you're getting a better chance at hitting his pilot or his engine or his fuel tank or something that's vital, you know, to make the plane actually work. I'm going to turn in with this guy. He does have a turret, so I'm going to try to stay out of that, try to let my friends stay in front of me so that his turret's focused on them. He is going down, however, so I'm going to try to get some shots on him. I don't want to steal the kill, but I want to get at least the assist. So now he's on my firing range, so I'm going to pepper him with bullets and get his pilot. And you got to be careful. I don't know if you heard, but and see it on the bottom right hand corner of my screen. My gun does jam because I hold it down just a little bit too long. Now I am going to go after this SB2M, and if I don't get this kill, I will jump out of my plane so I can show you guys the A20G Havoc. Instead of this SB2M, I'm going to go for the Spitfire though, because he's a little bit closer. Actually, I don't know which one I'm going to go for. Obviously, it's the SB2M now. This plane right here, you do not want to stay behind him because he has a wicked turret. He'll take you out, you know, and it's very hard to hit the pilot. I don't know why. I don't know if it's a bug, but his pilot is extremely hard to hit. So I'm on a 3 kill streak and a 3 assist streak. No, 2 kill streak, 3 assists. So I'm going to jump out just so I can show you guys the Havoc, which is an attacker. Now this plane's key strength is its speed. This plane is ridiculously fast, even in historical. You want to play this plane's strengths, which is its speed. So I'm going to dive to get just a little bit of speed. I'm going to try to get to 450. I'm going to flatten out. I'm going to drop my bombs so that I can move a little bit faster, turn a little bit better, and I'm about 500, so that's good. Now this plane is extremely well armed. It has 1 turret, or 2 turrets actually. I'm sorry, I didn't see the bottom. They're both 50 cals. The one on top is a double 50 cal. As you can tell, it has the 2 machine guns instead of just the 1. The front of the plane in the nose has 6 machine guns, 6 50 cals, I believe. It's either 4 or 6. But I'm going to chase down this P-39N. I do not want to get him in a turn fight because he will win and he will just shoot me down. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to try to get my pop shots off. I'm going to try to get at least 2 hits, 2 or 3 hits, and then pull away and use my speed to get away from him so he can't get me down. Holy crap, I did not know this plane had that good of a elevator. The elevators are what make the plane go up and down. It's the tail pretty much. So, like I said, all I do is hit shift, hold it, and I just do that little loop there. Now I was going extremely fast, so it did it pretty quick. I did not know that Havoc could have done that. I don't think if you do that in historical you actually live. But it's worth a shot. I'll actually test that out and I'll tell you guys. So I'm going to go after this HE-112 because he seems to be going extremely slow. So I'm going to get on my turret here. Try to take out this guy because I have better accuracy. AI most of the time, but there's a mountain right there. I did not see that. My bad. That is exactly what I don't want you guys doing. I do not want you guys getting tunnel vision and focusing on one person instead of watching everybody. Now, since the game is rolling to an end and you guys have already seen the F2A3, the F2A1 is pretty much the same plane, just a little bit less machine guns. I'm going to hop back in my P40, which is definitely by far my favorite low-tier plane. Now, what I'm going to do is, after this episode, because the episode's almost over, I'm going to show you guys the Germans. Now, I'm going to do this series, like I said, I'm going to try to show you guys every nation. I'm going to do a low tier, and then after I finish every nation low tier, I'm going to move to every nation mid tier. So it's going to be planes 0 through 5, 5 through 13, and 13 through 20. Now, some of my nations, I don't have the 13 through 20, which is the considered high tier, so I'll just hop in my premium planes, because I do have a premium plane for each nation, which I highly recommend doing, because it levels you up extremely fast, especially if you have premium, and even when you don't have premium, if you hop in your plane, into a premium plane, and you just wreck, you will get the same amount of lines and XP as if you did have the actual premium account. Almost. It depends on how many you get. So definitely do that if you guys want to level up very quickly. Some of the premium planes I suggest would be the P-39N, or the P-39K for the Russians, the Wellington for the Germans. I like the Spitfire Mark 9 for, and the, no, yeah, just the Spitfire Mark 9 so far for the Americans. And I have really been enjoying the Typhoon Mark 1 V-Late and the Mustang Mark 1A for the Brits. Now, for the Japanese, I do recommend getting at least one. I don't care which one you choose. I have the A6M5 because I bought the Pacific American, you know, expansion pack DLC thing, so I got those two planes, the XB-38G and the A6M5 Kill Ryzen. Both great planes. I don't like the XB-38, but I'm not going to diss it because I know that people have destroyed me in the past in that. Like, I mean, utterly annihilated me, so I'm not going to diss it because I don't know how to fly it, so I'm taking that away from you guys. Definitely try at least planes, getting a premium plane, and what do you guys think? If you guys have any, like, what's your favorite premium plane is what I'm trying to get to. Leave it in the comments and maybe we can have a discussion about it. My favorite premium plane at the moment is the Typhoon Mark 1 V-Late. I just love the cannons. It just destroys everything I pointed at. So, yeah, if you have a favorite premium plane, let me know. If you don't have a premium plane that you like, tell me why. And I'll catch you guys later.